o'clock. Welcome to the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online with your host, Dervan Malcolm. Wherever you go, shine. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. You need to know, shine. Anything you want to be. It is Saturday, the 10th of August, 2024, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us or watching us or otherwise here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, the program created especially for Jamaicans at home and abroad. It's been a busy season for more reasons than one, and we are going to highlight some of the happenings and showcase some of the personalities. But just to say once again, welcome and thank you for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaner's website, go-jamaica.com. How are you? How has the season been treating you so far? Would love to hear from you as usual. So feel free to keep sending us those comments and messages, and we look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, let's take a look at today's Gleaner. We see Albert just popping up a while ago on the screen. There he is. Good morning to you too. Thank you very much for joining us. Front page of today's Gleaner, a picture of Jaden Hibbert competing in the men's long jump final at the 2024 Paris Olympics at the Stade de France in Paris, France, yesterday on his fourth and fifth attempt. Hibbert on his fourth and fifth attempts. Hibbert skipped his sixth attempt and finished in fourth place. The major headline on the front page of the Gleaner today: no regrets. Hibbert thankful for fourth place after difficult Olympic season. And there's a picture of Rashawn Clark of Jamaica falling during the men's 400 hurdles final at the Paris 2024 Olympics at the Stade de France in Paris. And Clark tripped over the final hurdle and fell, unable to complete the event. When all is said and done, we as a country, as a people, have a lot to be thankful for. Our hands are tied. Another story on the front page of the Gleaner. Paulwell wants lawmakers to increase fines. Regulator can impose for breaches. Agency bound by $2 million penalty on JPS if it misses August 12 deadline. We'll see how that unfolds. Still in the Gleaner, Gigi's goat milk soup showcased at Denby. This is one of the stories coming out of Denby 70. Gigi's goat milk soup showcased at Denby. 20 years ago, an English woman who goes only by the name of Gigi traveled to Jamaica for the typical tourist experience to party and have a good time on the white sandy beaches and soak up the sizzling sun. But she ended up falling deeply in love with the Jamaican culture and its people. 6 years ago, the businesswoman, whose English accent has become entwined with Jamaican Creole, started rearing goats for a living, which grew into a lucrative business. GG Farms, based in the district of Vere, Clarendon. 2.5 years ago, she landed on the idea to make and market soup made from goat milk and decided to develop it into a value added product. The product, Gigi's 100% natural goat's milk soup, I beg your pardon, I've been saying soup, it's soap. The product, Gigi's 100% natural goat's milk soap. It's made up of all natural ingredients that include organic honey, raw Jamaican sugarcane, Jamaican castor oil, among other plant oils. It's made exclusively from milk that from the milk of the goat farms. And they tell us that they raise the goats, milk the goats, process the milk, and then turn it into wonderful goat milk soap. So you can check that out. That's one of the stories coming out of Denby. Also, presentation being made by retired football referee and track umpire Alva II Gordon, receiving the mayor's special award for his contribution to the field of sports from Montego Bay's Mayor Richard Vernon during the annual Spirit of Independence Civic and Award ceremony in Montego Bay, St. James. Also making the front page of the Gleaner, a pair of, well, it looks like a couple of pairs of shoes. Karen Smith Dagula, CEO and owner of Clark's Store Jamaica, and Peter Martinez, regional manager of Clark's Caribbean distributor, pictured making a last minute preparations for the opening of Clark's Store Jamaica at 18A Central Plaza on Constant Spring Road, St. Andrew. The store is set to have its grand opening today. So that's another of the stories. Also making the news, Westmoreland police seize over 2,000 illegal motorcycles. My God. As part of its campaign to combat the lawlessness that has been plaguing the parish, the Westmoreland police recently seized over 2,000 motorcycles that were being operated illegally and in many cases serving as the transportation of choice by marauding criminals. And there is a picture of bikes like crazy, more than 2,000 of them. What a thing. KSAMC issues stop order on car dealership development on Westlake Avenue. And there's a picture of the area. Let's turn the pages. Let's go to the Good Heart section of today's Gleaner. Unicycle continues uniform recycling mission for back to school. Amazon school supply wish list to help those affected by Hurricane Beryl. Michaela financial back to school activations to ease parental pressure. Paris Olympics food donations seek to help needy. And there's a picture of volunteer for Le Melon Manuel Pintos uploads goods into a vehicle for food distribution on Tuesday during the 2024 Summer Olympics in France. Our people continue to show their philanthropic side. And also in the Gleaner today, get your paperwork in order, attorneys advise. New immigration, these are the diaspora pages now. New immigration initiative offers legal status to undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens. Jamaicans share in festivals across Toronto is another story. And pictured here we have Consul General Kurt Davis with his wife, Dr. Susan Robinson Davis, and Consul Una Bailey Mahales at the flag raising ceremony outside the Jamaican Canadian Community Center in Toronto. A play about a Jamaican family premieres at the Stratford Festival, and it's set at the time a family is about to celebrate Jamaica's independence in Toronto's Little Jamaica will have its world premiere at the Stratford Festival in Ontario, one of the largest theatre stages in Canada. And let's look at the opinion pages. There's a preview of Rosalie Hamilton's article, Executive President Without Improved Governance is Big Trouble. The letter of the day, US should have withdrawn COVID-19 positive athletes. And there's the cartoon of the JPS mascot supposedly saying, I have to go and inform the good citizens of St. Bess that there'll be more delays in restoring their power. Hope they understand. That's in one frame. In the other frame, the JPS mascot and members of the public appear to be irate, but they're still saying, welcome to St. Bess. JPS, free us from darkness. And we need light now, and Beryl wreaks havoc. And a little boy holding a sign that says, me just vex. The editorial in today's Gleaner, fill vacancies. Protesters in St. Thomas who are demanding the holding of a by-election to fill a vacancy in the municipal council have laid down their placards and are quiet now, says the editorial, but their concerns cannot be simply brushed aside. The race doesn't end at the finish line is a letter to the editor from Patrick Brown. And contributions today from Tony Dale. The number is 79 and counting, he says. Ronald Sanders, guest columnist, writes, verification of election results, pathway to progress for Venezuela. And the usual international stories and the classifieds also in today's Gleaner. And of course, the sports pages, Bittersweet Day in Paris from Jamaican Olympians. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes past 6 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 8:15 a.m. in Hamilton, Bermuda.
get in on the excitement as our athletes compete for gold in the Paris Summer Olympic Games with live streaming on One Spot Media only in Jamaica. And for your viewing pleasure, there are 8 new sporting channels to choose from. Just log into onespotmedia.com, click live, then select the channel of choice to view the Paris 2024 Games. You can also see exclusive television coverage of the Games in Jamaica on TVJ and TVJSN. It's Fast Track to Paris 2024 with One Spot Media, TVJ, and TVJSN.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Good morning, Albert in Coconut Creek, Florida. We see you. Blossom Levy says, good morning, my friend. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday to you, Blossom Levy, and all the very best. And let's continue now with so we have given you an idea of what's in the Gleaner today. We're going to share some of the happenings in the diaspora. Hello to Jamaicans in New York. The Consulate General of Jamaica, New York, has extended an invitation to the Jamaica 62nd Independence Celebration, scheduled for the address is 1 Police Plaza Auditorium, and that's for Tuesday, the 13th of August, starting at 6 in the evening. So the Consul General says, greetings, Dervan Malcolm. As a proud member of the vibrant Jamaican community, the Jamaican American Law Enforcement Organization, JAM-LEO, extends a heartfelt invitation to you to the upcoming Jamaica Independence Celebration. The event will take place on Tuesday, August 13, 2024, at 1 Police Plaza Auditorium in New York, 134. That's the zip, with doors opening at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The event holds special significance as the community gathers to commemorate Jamaica's Independence Day and honor our shared heritage and culture. It is a time for everyone to come together, says the consulate, celebrate their roots, and strengthen the bonds of unity that connect us all. The Jamaica Independence Celebration promises to be a memorable evening filled with music, dance, food, and camaraderie. Attendance at this event will undoubtedly enhance the festive atmosphere and contribute to the spirit of togetherness that defines the Jamaican diaspora. Limited transportation is available for persons in need from Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens. This is available on a first come, first served basis. And the contact detail info@jamleo.org. If you wish to reserve your place, your spot, it's info@jamleo.org to reserve a spot. Jamleo is dedicated to fostering a sense of pride and belonging within the community, believing that this celebration is an opportunity to showcase the richness of Jamaican heritage and celebrate collective achievements. So mark your calendars and make plans to join on August 13th at One Police Plaza Auditorium for an evening of joyous celebration and cultural pride. Your presence is invaluable, and Jam Leo looks forward to sharing their special occasion with you. Warm regards, Danae McFarlane, President, Jamaican American Law Enforcement Organization. So that's in New York. Let's go to Canada now and see what they're up to. The Jamaicans in Canada, that is. Well, they're still engaged in Hurricane Beryl disaster relief, financial donations, wire transfers being encouraged. The beneficiary name is the Office of Disaster Preparedness Emergency Donation Relief. So just so that it gets to the right place, you want to make sure that it gets to the right place. It's Office of Disaster Preparedness Emergency Donation Relief. The correspondent bank, Toronto Dominion Bank. The address, 55 King Street, Toronto, Ontario. And once you make contact, you will be given the appropriate details to go on further. And so it's disasterfund.opm.gov.jm. That's another route. In the meantime, for additional information regarding donations in cash or kind, members of the public are asked to contact one of the following entities: the Jamaican High Commission at 350 Sparks Street, Suite 910 in Ottawa, Ontario; the Consulate General of Jamaica, 303 Eglinton Avenue East in Toronto, Ontario; the Honorary Consuls, Dr. June Francis in Vancouver, British Columbia; Mrs. Colleen Nita in Edmonton, Alberta; Dr. Loy Stewart Archer, Winnipeg, Manitoba; Mr. George W. Grant in Montreal, Quebec, Canada; the Jamaican Canadian Association, Toronto; Jamaican Canadian Association, Alberta, Calgary; Jamaican Association of Alberta, Northern Alberta, Edmonton; and the Jamaica Association of Montreal. But the members of the diaspora are pressing ahead with their scheduled events, other scheduled events as well, because it's that time of the year for the Jerk Festival Canada. So that's Jerk Fest Summer 2024 at Centennial Park in Etobicoke, Ontario. And you can get your tickets now. The likes of Marcia Griffiths, Farmer Nappy, Ding Dong, and others. And if you need more information, you can go to jerkfestival.ca. jerkfestival.ca. And the 62nd anniversary of Jamaica's independence celebration continues. The 62nd, no, it's not just the 62nd anniversary of independence, but it's also the 62nd anniversary of the Jamaican Canadian Association. So they're of the same age. Jamaica and the Jamaican Canadian Association. They are both 62. So the JCA will be honoring the legacy. Well, the tagline is honoring our legacy, empowering our future. And the event, the gala, is scheduled for Saturday. That's today, Saturday, the 10th of August at 6 o'clock in the evening. Tickets, 110 Canadian dollars. Entertainment by the Arsenals and the Elite Dancers. The event hosts Kashane Denton and Adoma Patterson. And it will all be at the Jamaican Canadian Centre, 995 Arrow Road, North York, Ontario. There's another fundraiser that is ongoing, another benefit concert. And this one is the Jamaica Canada Benefit Concert. Jamaica Cries Out for Help. Hurricane Benefit Concert. And there is a number that members of the public can call, 647 655 7811. 647 655 7811. And it will feature world-renowned saxophonist Dave McLaughlin, evangelist Jerry Thompson, Dr. Alvin Curling, singer Andrea Riley Steels, pianist Josiah Dawkins, Reverend Dr. Pastor William Lee and Pastor Jennifer Lee, the Jamaica's Consul General at Toronto, Kurt Davis, will be in attendance as well. Singer the Great, Aiden Church, Miss Pauline Christian, and MC Laurel Goldstein. And it's sponsored by Dave's Painters. And it's Saturday, the 10th of August. That's today at Rosewood Church of the Nazarene, 657 Milner Avenue in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. The Morant Bay High School Alumni Association Toronto chapter is having their boat cruise, Sail On with Good Vibes, MBHS Alumni Toronto chapter boat cruise party. Join us for another unforgettable night, they say, on the waves as we reunite old friends and create new memories. Dance under the stars, sip cocktails, and celebrate the bonds that last a lifetime. Don't miss the boat. Reserve your spot now. And this is at 176 Cherry Street at Pier 36 aboard Enterprise 2000. And so this looks like another of the cruises because one is happening today, the 10th of August, and the other next Saturday, the 17th of August. And there's a golf tournament as well. That's another of the fundraisers. And that's Saturday, the 17th of August as well. And they seem to be getting very good support from the likes of Sandals, Sharp, 101 Mobility. Also, there's a back to school bazaar, food, games, community, and this is scheduled for Oshawa in Canada as well. also featuring the Canadian Immigration Foundation. They'll be involved as well. Cultural wellness, a free health, food, and nutrition expo. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
6:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 12:30 p.m. in London, England.
This message is brought to you by the Jamaica Environment Trust. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our limit. Anybody who pollute cause big bad health. Don't just watch it, you have to report them. We need clean air to breathe. Good healthy food to eat. Grown clean and naturally. We have to take responsibility. Excessive deforestation, burning garbage, dust and noise creation is an unlawful violation. We have to practice conservation. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our limit. If you have an issue, make a complaint. Let's work together to protect Jamaica. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our limit. I feel we part to keep the place clean and take care of our island safe. We all have a right to a healthy and clean environment. Report any issues to the authorities if you feel your rights have been breached. Call the Jamaican Environment Trust for more information.
Whether you're overseas or in Jamaica, everybody wants their little piece of yard. Well, that's where a JMB back mortgage comes in. With JMB, you'll get more support, more incentives, more benefits, more coverage, JMB insurance programs, and also we give you more time to repay. Your JMB mortgage expert will answer all of your questions and guide you through every step along the journey. You're not alone with JMB. Contact us at info@jmb.com and learn how you can get more than just a mortgage. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, you shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM as we survey the events pages to take a look at the fundraisers and other events that are scheduled in Canada, New York, and we haven't done Florida yet. So the Smile Foundation will be hosting the annual Step Up a Smile Walkathon Run and Walk to support Smile bursaries and programs. Registration now open. Glenmuir High School Past Students Association Toronto Chapter Annual Dinner Dance Gala is scheduled for Saturday, the 24th of August. Contribution 100 Canadian dollars. Save the date. Also coming up on the weekend of the 24th and 25th of August, Toronto Jamaica Day, featuring the Manhattans, Sanchez, Papa Michigan, the Manhattans with Gerald Alston, and 2 fun days for adults and children, the 24th and the 25th of August at Brampton Sports Park, 7575 Kennedy Road South. And then that will take us to the next event, which is scheduled for, well, they're promoting early bird tickets right now, but that's another of the events coming up. The Caribbean Food Fest is also scheduled for the 31st of August. And there's a small business event scheduled for the 31st of August as well, and a Caribbean Food Fest and Family Fun Day. Then there's the Meadowbrook High School Alumni Ontario having their autumn gala dinner dance scheduled for September 14, 6 o'clock in the evening at St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, 213 Milner Avenue in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Also in the mix, Ver Technical Alumni Association Toronto Chapter Reunion 2024, set for September 14th. Cocktails at 6, dinner at 7:30. Music by Rough Cut Band with DJ Fitz. And also applications are being accepted for the 22nd annual scholarship program of the Jamaican Canadian Association. They will be seeking to play their part as usual. Stratford Festival, scheduled from the 21st of July to the 28th of September at Studio Theatre Stratford. And also in aid of Lioneltown Hospital, Ver Clarendon, 3rd annual fundraiser, Saturday the 28th of September. And that's at the Royal Canadian Legion. The Cornwall College Alumni Association Canada chapter presenting their annual dinner and dance, Saturday, September 28, 2024. Cocktails at 6:30, dinner at 7:30. That's Cornwall College. The Reggae North presenting music awards at the Rose Theatre, 1 Theatre Lane in Brampton. And there's also the Essence of Mind outreach event, Stimulus, scheduled for the 19th of October. It's a fundraising gala, and all are invited. The Jamaica Ex-Soldiers Association Toronto will be having their annual fundraising banquet Saturday, the 2nd of November at Woodbine Convention Center. The St. Andrew Old Girls Association Toronto chapter is calling all past students living in the Greater Toronto area. They say they want to hear from you. Please email with your name, the year you graduated, and contact info so they can keep in touch and help make life more abundant. I think that's in keeping with their motto. The Feed the Future, the Food for the Poor Canada Feed the Future initiative continues, where persons are encouraged to make a tax-deductible donation to help end campus hunger among Jamaican university students. So those are the events and fundraising activities, in particular for Jamaicans in Canada. That's where most of the happenings are occurring. And let's see. We're going to be connecting with Marissa Benin there is an event that we have to share with our listeners, and we're going to be doing that in a little while as we continue with the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM. And let's see, just checking in on our guest. And we'll get that interview going in short order. So let's get that going here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Live on your smart devices all over the world. And we'll get that going in a little while. In the meantime, we thank you very much for making it the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. JN Master Songwriter says, I am Miss B. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you too. And goes on to say, we are having rain in my side of the world. I hope the sun is shining bright in your life, Mr. Malcolm. You're very kind. Thank you for your message. Hope the same for you. As we continue with the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, and trusting that you are having a peaceful Saturday morning, wherever, well, Saturday, let's just say Saturday, wherever in the world you are listening and watching the Jamaican Diaspora live online. We're standing by to make the connection so that we can share the story of another Jamaican who is going places and doing things, one who we have known for a very long time, and she continues to demonstrate her many talents, I like to say. And she's going to be joining us in a little while. And that should get going in just a moment. In fact, we have 2 minutes to the break. Don't want to truncate the connection, so we'll perhaps take it to the break. We'll take it to the break, no problem. As we continue with you on the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And we are about to start our first interview of the morning, and we look forward to having our first interviewee, and that's coming up in a little while here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And let's make sure the connection is right and that we're good to go. Let's take the break and come right back for the first interview of the morning.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 15 minutes to 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Paris, France.
Here is a financial literacy tip from your friends at Power 106 FM. Educate yourself. Take charge of your financial future and read a few basic books on personal finance. It is helpful to develop a basic investment vocabulary. It's also important to understand some basic investment principles such as risk and reward and asset allocation. Once armed with knowledge, don't let anyone take you off track. Whether a significant other who encourages you to waste money or friends who plan expensive trips and events you can't afford. Research professionals like financial planners, mortgage lenders, or accountants before utilizing their services. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. You need to know. Shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're delighted to be joined today by Marissa Benain. Hi, Marissa. How are you? Wonderful. It's a pleasure to have you on board the Jamaican Diaspora live online. So, we have known each other for a very long time, and you're always, always so busy and moving from one project to another. Can you give us a bit of background for those listeners who might not have met you before and share with them your work? Yeah. Mhm.
dancers in the world to Jamaica. Just to name a few, Mystic Copeland, Michaela the Prince. We've had dancers from the four corners of the earth, the Bolshoi, American Ballet Theatre, Albinelli, Lines, Parsons, you name it, Complexions, they've been to Jamaica. But it was not only exporting Jamaicans to these international companies, it was also introducing these international companies to the great dancers that we have here. So from that, we also formed a Jamaican collective, which is our regional collective. And it is an amalgamation of some of the best dancers in the region, particularly Jamaicans. And they are, we do choreography on them, and they are the ones that also participate in this major gala that we now have since 2017, amalgamation. Now, last year, we had amalgamation. It was a resounding success. The A management was in Jamaica, in Albany, the general manager. I saw the show, and so I was very impressed. And we have been invited to host amalgamation in New York at the Ailey City Group Theater on September 14th. It's one night only, but it's one night of real Jamaicanness, the best in dance from Jamaica coming to New York with international guests. And we have international guest dancers on the show as well from American Ballet Theatre and from Alvin Ailey. And you get a little bit of everything. If you like dance or if you like classical, if you like modern contemporary, there's absolutely no way you are going to leave this theater and not enjoy at least a dance. So, we're very excited. It's our first time in New York City as Play for the Arts. So we're really excited, and we would love for the Jamaican Diaspora to really participate and come and support. As I said, we are providing scholarship in that for Jamaican dancers. And I must say that I've been getting a lot of support from the Consul General, which is Alcian Wilson, as well as our ambassador, Ambassador Mass, who incidentally I had a very great meeting with yesterday, who will also come on board to push. So we have, so the gala is under the patronage of, which is Alcian Wilson or CG.
Mm-hmm. And so you've been, you're an attorney at law, educator, creative director, dancer. So where do you find time to do other things?
It's fine time, I think after living in New York for about 5 years, you learn to multitask. It's coming back to Jamaica, I kind of slow down, in New York, I went to Hunter College, and I was a full-time student, and I believe I had three jobs. I think my first job was with a Jamaican. My first job was at a Jamaican restaurant. Dr. Clark, which the diaspora knows very well. Dr. Clark is my first job while I was at home at Tasty Restaurant in New Jersey. So I've always done multiple things, and while I was at home, I also was on a work scholarship at Broadway Dance Center. So I've always done multiple things. But when you're passionate about something, it's not a burden. And for me, play has become my main passion. I see what happens when I take the Dean of Julia to Jamaica. Our master classes are free. They only pay a minimal registration fee. They do not pay. If you know anything about classes in New York at the Ailey Center at Broadway Dance Center, you're looking at about 30 US for an hour and a half class. We literally bring the best teachers in the state to Jamaica to teach. And because the mission is that it's exposure. Because Dervan, we're not short of talent here.
That's right.
That is not our issue. Our issue is getting the exposure and getting those doors open in the right places so that they can go. We've had dancers that have gone. I am Harrison, Juliet. We've had dancers, Jamaican with the Tish, Sunni Purchase. We have the talent, and so we need someone that is going to provide that path to progression for the Jamaican talent, and that is the main aim of play, is to provide a path. So whatever funds we make from our galas, whether it is in Jamaica or our new one in New York, it is really about facilitating Jamaican dancers doing further training and getting further exposure. I mean, we brought Debbie Allen to Jamaica. She was so impressed with the dancers. She said, "No, Marissa, I would love to work with some of these dancers." Before you know it, they were in California performing in Debbie Allen's Hot Chocolate Nutcracker for 3 weeks. This is basically from her coming to Jamaica and teaching at the and was impressed with the talent, and they were ready enough to hit the stage. They started rehearsals on Zoom actually,
Mhm.
and then they flew up to California, had about 2 weeks of rehearsals, and they were in the show. So, that for me just kind of boosts my confidence. That, well, we're doing something right,
Mhm.
and the talent is respected. Our talent is respected globally. We just have to have more people on board to provide those opportunities for our dancers. And the main thing is that because I'm a dancer,
Yes.
and that is about, in terms of, acting and singing, we have some of the best here, the Tessans, all of that.
Mhm.
So I am my contribution in the creative industry is for the further development of that. And I stand on the shoulders of many. You're talking about from Catholic players to people who have been joining the NBTC. And there are lots of other Jamaican dance companies who have been doing it, for a very long time, for decades. So I'm not the first, but I believe I'm adding something else to the menu, which is a
Mhm.
little different, and with a little different of a vision. And I'm very passionate about it, and I would love the support of the diaspora.
Mhm. And when, for the times that you have performed overseas, what has been the general uh, response? Is it usually automatic?
Well, the thing is, I've toured extensively with the NDTC as a dancer,
Mm.
and the diaspora comes out, you know,
Mm.
and we many cities in the US. Normally, we would be in New York for a very long period of time. For example, I think from the 80s, you know, NDTC used to come to New York every year or every other year, and it was always great. It
Mm.
was always great. But you can't take anything for granted. Play for the art is a Jamaican entity. It is a Jamaican created show. It is still with Jamaican dancers that are from companies from all over Jamaica, and they literally represent some of the best dancers in Jamaica. And they are dancing international dances, local dances. It's very different because of the amalgamation of dancers that are in it, and the different styles of, and that you have an entity that can collaborate with different dancers from different companies to form the PA collective, which is a part of Play for the Arts group of companies. So we have a full summer academy of dance training, well, performing arts training now, where from age 3 to 18, you can learn from start from early. We didn't start at 3, but I think that is the best place to start.
Mhm.
They, that run to the scooter, and they can do dance, and they can do singing, and they can do theater.
Yes.
So that's one entity, and we have the Play Collective, which only performs on amalgamation. That's the only time you see them on amalgamation. And we provide local scholarships as well. We go to the communities and we see the talent. And as I said, talent is not an issue, sometimes it's affordability. So we also provide scholarships for community dancers. So we have about 20 students from the different communities that uh, that uh, that we provide scholarships for, and we perform uniforms as well, dance attire, and as a matter of fact, two of those students that are taken from the communities will also join the tour. I mean, they develop very quickly, and will be in amalgamation in Jamaica and be in amalgamation in New York.
Mhm. And why amalgamation?
Well, that word was created by your friend Philip Earl.
Okay.
We had a meeting, the first meeting of play coming together, and we tell you how what is the name that
Hold on, just we'll give you an opportunity to properly respond right after the break. We're up on the break.
You're listening to Pearl 106 FM. The time is now
7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 4 a.m. in Anchorage, Alaska.
This message is brought to you by the Jamaican Environment Trust.
Burning garbage, dust and noise creation is an unlawful violation. We have to practice conservation. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our minute. If you have an issue, make a complaint. Let's work together to protect Jamaica. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our minute. We have to do our part to keep the place clean and take care of our island safe.
We all have a right to a healthy and clean environment. Report any issues to the authorities if you feel your rights have been breached. Call the Jamaican Environment Trust for more information.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Our guest at this time is, if you missed the introduction earlier on, she's an attorney at law, educator, creative director, and dancer. But she's also the founder of the the dance group is called Plie, right, which is in step, pun intended, with ballet. Am I getting it right, Marissa Benin?
a play in every genre. So
Okay,
if you do modern dance, you still have to play. There's
okay.
no way you can learn to dance without not playing.
Mm.
It's a softening of the knees.
And it also has a ring of play.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Right. So let's go back to amalgamation.
So I was saying, you asked me how the name was coined, and I said it was coined by a very good friend of yours, Philip
Yes.
Earl, who's a part of my original small team of PA troop. And we had a meeting, a production meeting, and I said, we need a name because our first production was with a full company, and I decided that I wanted a gala that would show a variety of styles and a variety of dances from around the world. And we wanted a word that meant the coming together of different. And I mean, I came up with some names, but it was just not sticking. I went to the bathroom and came back and told them, this is the word amalgamation,
Hmm.
and it has stayed with us, and it has become a really strong brand, because if you check any of the international dance companies around the world, as in the Bolshoi, Ailey, Parsons, Light, Complexion, you know, the dancers know what play and amalgamation is. Because, the aim is to have amalgamation to be staged at all the big cities around the world. So New York is our first rodeo, but, we're looking at Dubai in December or early next year. We're looking at London, and we're looking at some other cities that will accommodate us to share our talent. The touring amalgamation cast is made up of Jamaica dancers, and we guest dancers from different companies. So it is a Jamaican show. And so that is why it's called amalgamation, because it's the coming together of different dancers, different styles, on one stage. So
Mhm.
that is why it's called amalgamation.
So we can send out the word for those, especially those in New York. Plie is coming your way.
Yes,
Actually,
September 14th at the
mhm.
City Group, and tickets can be bought on Eventbrite. It's already up and there. And you will come and see some of the very best dancers from Jamaica. And that will be fun and making all of us proud.
Mhm. Absolutely. We expect no less. Hello?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
of course not. Of course not. Of
there you
course
are.
not. You know, of course
So,
not.
so just for emphasis, how many years now?
I think I came home to Jamaica in 2002.
Mhm.
And I've been dancing with the NBTC since 2000. Well, I started 2002. My first season, I believe, was 2003. And I have never missed a season since. And throughout that whole period, um, this young generation, if they have exams, they go on a break. If they have with professor, we never had a chance to take a break. What if study leave? Professor would say, come to rehearsal, take a cold shower when you go home, and you will never sleep because study all night. So, and that is the thing about us, multitasking.
Mhm.
I throughout all my exams, all my studies, I've never stopped, never missed a season, never missed rehearsal because of study. And I think that is a part, that is literally entrenched in me. And I try to impart some of it, but sometimes you have to understand, there is a generation difference,
Mhm.
and they're not like us. But I do appreciate their talent, though, and I focus on what my vision is,
Yes.
and not to be deterred by their difference. And
Mhm.
I push. The thing is, I think they know that I want the best for them, and so I try to provide some of the very best opportunities that I would have wanted if I was learning to dance at that age, or if I had such a keen interest in dance. I mean, we've had the artistic director of Juilliard, Matthew Rushing, come to teach. We've had the dean of Juilliard, we've had Debbie Allen, we've had Michaela the Prince. I mean, you name it, they have come to teach or to dance. And what is so special about this Jamaican class is that we have leased some of the most famous dances in the world. We have leased the hunt for to be mounted on Jamaican dancers. And the hunt was choreographed by the former artistic director of Alvin, Mr. Robert Battle. And he will be his assistant will be coming to Jamaica to mount it. Then he will come and add the finishing touches and will also teach in Jamaica. And this is an exposure that you don't get all the time, and this is something that they get the opportunity to do without having to be worrying about. I may not afford to take this class, may not be able to afford to take this class with Robert Matthews, but this is what PA does. All the dancers are part of our vision, our mission is that when we invite dancers to Jamaica, for example, we have the former winner for So You Think You Can Dance. We have Madison Brown from American Ballet Theatre that's coming to Jamaica. Is that you're coming to dance, but you also have to give back something. We call it a cultural exchange. So at least teach a dance to the local dancers before you leave. So that's a part of the arrangement. So even when the Jamaican cast of amalgamation comes to New York, Alvin Ailey will be facilitating a full workshop with all the dancers. Um, the younger ones will also have the opportunity to do a full tour with Alicia Grassman at the Juilliard School. So it's not only that they're coming to perform, we want to try to, give them the opportunity to also see the dance spaces and take some classes. We're hoping we can step in a chance to take a class at the Broadway Dance Center. Give them a full some experience to see if this is what you really want to do.
Mhm.
This is what it will require. This is what it takes. So
Yes.
it is a mission that has layers. You're coming
Mhm.
to perform and you're coming to it's a big stage, it's not the A-list. It's a nice start, as
Mhm.
I would say. It's this is the way to go. And I assure you, after this first run, Plea's name will be permanently etched into the hearts and minds of the Jamaican diaspora. And we really want them to come out and support because it is for a cause.
Yes.
As I said, all the master classes that we provide are provided at no cost. They only pay, I think, $1,000 to register. There's no fee. There's no, because I would never want a situation where we have some of the best dancers and teachers in the world come to Jamaica to teach, and a dancer wants to do it and cannot afford it. So that is never an issue. Even if you can't afford to even register, you are not turned back. So that is why it is so important to get the support, because this is where your support is going. Also, we know I have a 501c American Center of Play for the Arts that was formed in New York. So, you can support. You can support in a formal way.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hoping that, we get, the tickets are sold out in another week or two.
Yeah.
So that is what we're
So
hoping.
where are you able to say where in New York tickets are available?
It's online, Eventbrite. You go on Eventbrite and you see all the information and you can purchase your ticket there.
Okay.
So Eventbrite, you look for Amalgamation or you search a place for the artist there. And you can buy your tickets and come and, have a really, really great evening and be proud to be Jamaican.
Yes. And what is your schedule looking like from there onwards?
We're hoping that, we'd love to do something in Miami, and we'd love to do a show in LA, and we would love to, as I said, the larger vision is to have Amalgamation perform at all the large cities around the world. Big vision, but if you think of what we've achieved in this short space of time, we literally started in 2016, and we've had the best dancers in the world come to Jamaica and perform an Amalgamation. I mean, even though that was the plan, I had no idea that it would have, a lot of it, so much of it would have materialized in such a short space of time. Coming to New York with Amalgamation is also quick, but I'm really sure that they are ready. And with the dancers that they are coming with, they are completely ready. As I said, these are some of the best dancers in Jamaica that are coming together to form the Play Collective that will be dancing on Amalgamation New York.
Mm-hmm. And is there room for, well, maybe I shouldn't go there, but in terms of
What do you want to perform?
no, but just in terms of to be able to do other maybe an outreach or two at the local level, the community level.
New York?
Mm-hmm.
That is possible. I mean, a lot of our dancers are trained teachers. They are the ones that teach in our academy. So if anyone wants to reach out to us and say, I want to coming to teach, a modern class, a folk and traditional class, a dancehall class at one of our local communities, sure, we would absolutely love to do that. They can also contact me. Our Instagram page is Play for the Arts, JAPLIE, for the Arts, JA. You can find us on Instagram. You can send us an email at playforthearts@gmail.com. And if there are any inquiries, we are ready to assist. We would, as a matter of fact, that's a brilliant idea. We would love to do that. Anyone can reach out to us and we can see how possible that is. As a matter of fact, even after, if someone wants, dancers to come up, train teachers, because as you know, not because you're a dancer, you're a good teacher, but we really have good teachers, trained teachers that are a part of the collective.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they also do for a living, teach and dance. So we have them as a part of the touring group that will be able to do that. So we would absolutely love to do that.
Yes. Well, I could listen to you for days.
Thank you.
You know your stuff.
Thank you,
Yes.
Dervan. Thank you. I admire what you're doing. I remember when we have some persons who are on board who are assisting. Dr. Curry Dunkley, Dr. Clark, as I told you about. And Marie Grant, and when uh, Dr. Dunkley mentioned the name, I said, I hope Dervan told that he's doing it from my child. Yes. So I'm really happy, about what you're doing, and that he calls this diaspora man. So coming on your program to talk about night production, play, and amalgamation coming to New York is really full circle. We started at Kingston, so this is really full circle for both of us. So kudos to all that you are doing too, and keeping the diaspora in tune and in step with what is happening here, and keeping us informed about what's happening there.
And you likewise. Thank you so much. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye. So, listening there to Marissa Benin, founder of uh, the dance group Plie. She's an attorney at law, uh, lecturer, uh, etc. And we are very proud of her. As we continue with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And we are going to move to another subject in a little while, but we need to take a break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
17 minutes past 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32, Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 3:17 p.m. in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Tune in to Power 106 FM for the longest running religious calling program on Jamaican radio, The Prayer Line. Join Pastor Errol Hay and his team as they offer spiritual guidance and intercession grounded in biblical doctrine. Hear powerful testimonies from Jamaica and around the world. The Prayer Line, a source of support and inspiration in these trying times. That's The Prayer Line on Power 106 FM, Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Join us.
You shall live to declare the works of the Lord. Amen. And you shall be a living testimony here on the Lord's side.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we have a very serious issue to contend with, and we've had to contend with it for some time now. And it has to do with road safety and related matters. And so, to tell us more, we're joined by Managing Director of Grenell's Driving School, Alfonso Grenell. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, and good morning to you too and all your listeners.
Thank
How are you this morning?
Fine, thanks. And thanks for joining us this early on a Saturday morning.
It's my pleasure.
Mhm. All right, so let's get an update on your efforts to create a greater level of awareness every opportunity you get. Um,
Thank you. I just what we are embarking on right now is the road safety 5K.
mhm.
And this is different, if you will, a road safety with a different focus or additional focus, if you will. Normally, a road 5K is normally for fitness and for people to run good times and for high school students to see where they are, or boys and girls championship and so on. That is good. And this road safety 5K will have that as well. But the focus is of a little bit of a nature of showing what, or bringing into sharp or laser focus what is happening to a lot of our Jamaicans who have not died in motor vehicle crashes. You would have been at the launch of the Road Safety 5K that took place in the conference room at the Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center. And you'd have probably seen and heard, you'd have seen and heard the young man who was seated in a wheelchair. And he was in that wheelchair because he had a motor vehicle crash. Yes, there has been improvement in his life since he was taken to Sir John Golden Rehab Center. Because when he got there, he could not sit up. And this was all due to a motor vehicle crash. So the 5K, the road safety 5K, will bring a focus to the people whose lives are devastated, whose lives have been negatively impacted from crashes. And these people have not died. They're still here. They are still suffering. They still have to deal with the changes that is taking place in their lives. Because just imagine this young man that we saw on last, I think it was Friday, where he was sitting there. And of course, he's hopeful that he will walk again. But I know you said he has a child. Just imagine if he were the main breadwinner, Dervan,
Yes.
in his family life. He used to be a truck driver that transport goods for one of the big marketing companies, and now he can't move. And this has been a while now. That level of devastation. And this is one of the reasons why we're doing this road safety 5K for Jamaica, and not just Jamaica, for those in the diaspora who want to help Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center to improve and expand the level of services that they offer. Sir John Golden is celebrating the institution, is celebrating 70 years in existence. And the facility has not improved any. It has not expanded. The same number of beds it had when it started, Dervan,
Yes.
is the same number of beds it has today to help Jamaicans who have spinal injuries to recover and possibly become a useful and productive citizen in our country. And I'm not saying anything has been done, but there's nothing evidential that will show that things have improved. One thing we know based on a report that came out from the Minister of Health and Wellness is that approximately 2,000 people receive serious injuries that would take them to hospital every year, approximately in Jamaica. Yes, we have 400 that have that, but multiply that by approximately 4 or 5, and then you realize how serious are the injuries. And these are the people that we don't hear anything about. These are the people that are brought to Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center to see if they could recover and be meaningful, have a meaningful life as it were before. I remember a young lady, she was, I think, 20 when she collided and broke her neck and was actually brought to Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center. Because her spinal cord was not severed, she was able to walk again because of that institution work. And this fight is to raise funds for that institution. And therefore, anything, and I'm just so grateful, for this opportunity, Dervan,
Yes.
to speak about this, to get people on board. The race that we're going to have is on the 17th of August. That's next Saturday. And it's going to be an evening race. The race actually starts at 6 p.m. Starts at 6 p.m. And at the end of the race, for about half an hour, we want to have a candlelight ceremony where I think the MP for the area will speak. We'll have a prayer for the people who are suffering. The families who have lost loved ones will be there. I know there's a lady who will be speaking about the devastation she has endured because of the death of her husband in a motor vehicle crash. These are first time. We don't have these other events in Jamaica. We'll have the Relay for Life where people talk about cancer victims, people who have died because of cancer. But after we announced the 425 deaths last year on motor vehicle crashes, that's where it ends. Nobody realized that there are people who are still traumatized because a family member is gone, the hardship from that. And therefore, I'm begging Jamaicans and those who abroad would like to even sponsor this event so that we can expand the facility and offer a greater level of service to people who sometimes no fault of theirs. Somebody colliding them and they are paralyzed or they are serious spinal injury and they need sustained rehabilitation care. That we can care for those people. I don't know. I try to drive careful, Dervan, but I don't know if somebody might drive into me, slam into the back of my vehicle and truck, and then probably give me some serious spinal injury or whiplash. And therefore, I have to get some care from Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center. A lot of us can't fly out of Jamaica to get no care, and therefore an expansion of Sir John Golden Rehabilitation Center is a needed thing right now. After 70 years, something must and should be done.
Mm-hmm. And so, in terms of the information that participants in the road race need to know about, need to register in their minds going forward.
All right. What is? They can just call our WhatsApp 770-8586 at 376-770-8586, and I will send them an electronic means of registering. These days of coming into office and writing and all that sort of thing is basically over. So we have a barcode as well that they can just scan and they'll be able to get all the information to register. So the number is 876-770-8586. And that's my personal number. And I will send the information to whoever requested because something needs to be done and it needs to be done now. And we have been doing this in terms of the 5K for the last 12 years. And it has been a challenge because I don't think a lot of people realizing that today they may not be involved in a crash, but they could be very well involved in a crash tomorrow and need this other support that Sir John Golden Rehabilitation offers. I must just add as well, we are trying to incorporate the Mona High School that is very near to the Grenell's Driving School in Mona to benefit from this road safety 5K as well. So if the past student, past teachers, anybody, parents of Mona High School in Mona would like to also contribute, even if you can't come and run or walk or roll, because we're going to be having wheelchairers who will be participating as well in this road safety 5K. They can also call the same number, the WhatsApp number, 876-770-8586, and get involved. Because we really want to make a difference, and we can make a difference. And we hope people will come and be a part of the candlelight ceremony as well. That starts at about 7, and we go for until about 7:30. So it won't be a long service. We will let's have a few presentations, especially we want to hear the stories from people who have been negatively affected by road crashes and the appeal that they want to make to all road users. Whether we walk, ride, or drive.
Hold a moment, please, Mr. Grenell. One moment, please.
Okay.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:31 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. But in Paris, France, it's a different story, which we will tell you about. That's 29 minutes to 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, and now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can tune in on your mobile phones by dialing 631-359-8281 if you're in the US. And if you're in the UK, you can dial 0330-606-0953. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online. Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we've been speaking with Alfonso Grenell of Grenell's Driving School ahead of next weekend's road safety 5K, right, Mr. Grenell?
Perfectly said, Dervan.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say that the race will actually take place in the Mona Heights area. We are very careful to strategically plan this race, that we don't interfere with the traffic environment too much, because we realize it's a road safety race. So we try to keep it still 5K, but we'll stay in Mona, in the Mona environment. So we'll start on Palmetto Avenue, and we just go down to Garden Boulevard, go to Club, and Daisy, and come back around. And we'll basically create a loop so persons can count on their safety and participating in this road safety 5K. So even though we'll be at the road, there'll be little or no traffic, vehicular traffic to interfere with the runners. We also will be having the support of the police to help us to direct the traffic So we're looking at a very safe, safe race. We'll also have ample parking space provided by Water Commission next door to us and a little bit further down near to the Mona High School, where a person can park and easily walk up to where the race will start. The race will start right in front of Greenwich Driving School and Mona Road. And therefore, we'll have security as well to watch to ensure that people's vehicles won't be broken into or be stolen. So we're ensuring that it will be a safe environment for everyone to participate in. I know I've mentioned the cost of for the 5K, but the cost is 2,500 Jamaican dollars. 2,500 Jamaican dollars per person. And if a person wants a shirt that they can look back and remember and even wear years to come, the total cost for registration and shirt would be $5,500. $5,500, and the logo for the race will be on the shirt as well. So that would be a good thing for persons, to even wear and send a message long after the race that, listen, I stand up for safety on our roadways. I don't know if you saw the crash recently where this car went on that truck, where the driver and the front seat passenger, the driver, died right on the spot. They were actually trapped in the vehicle, and then two other persons from the back died as well. These are some of the things that we're trying, Dervan. Mm-hmm. You know that I have these workshops, that focus on defensive driving. My passion is about, people don't have to die on our roadway. These are preventable crashes. People don't have to become injured, but, sad to say, it's part of our reality. And therefore, we want to use the 5K, to bring that awareness that we can change, we should change. Because there are people who are suffering, really deeply suffering, almost back to poverty, because somebody was living a feeling good life because of careless driving and reckless driving. We have seen it every day. We have a special group called PPV drivers that are creating mayhem on our road. They're not the only ones. At a workshop the other day, somebody asked, can a truck driver be right when he moves out from behind another truck and head on with a car? He said it go without question, because the driver was claiming that the car sees him, so the car must have stopped. So you mashed up the person in the car, and then claiming that the car should have stopped because he see the big truck coming. Whereas the obstacle was on the truck driver's side. He just move out and head on with the car coming in the opposite direction. So there are some drivers out there, because of the size vehicle they drive, they literally, what we call bullying, driver bullying, other motorists. And that mindset needs to be changed. So there's a lot of work to be done, but right now my appeal is, all Jamaicans and lovers of Jamaica, love of, seeing people being cared for who may not have been guilty of anything as it relates to breaching the Road Traffic Act or being careless, but they are no paralyzed and no injured because of a motor vehicle crash, and they need care, and therefore surgery on golden rehabilitation. And a lot of cases they turn away people because they don't have the facility, they don't have the wherewithal, to care for these people who are injured from motor vehicle crashes. Come on board and help us. Help Greenwich Driving School. Do whatever we can. The government resources can't go around for everybody. Yes, they should be. But, whatever we can do as a country and as a people, we need to do it. Because we never know when we will need that facility to offer service to us. I listened to Dr. Rory Dixon speaking about, the need, for that institution and the great work they're doing with the limited space and resources that they have. This is one institution of its kind in Jamaica, and we need to do whatever we can to help. Of course, not to mention, but we also need to I know Mona High School plan to expand their track program, and therefore we need to help them as well. They need certain basic implements to use, to equip their students to do their discuss, to do their shot put, and so on. And we're grateful now. We're making a lot of noise, to see the goal that came from the discussion through, but you have to start somewhere, and therefore we need to do whatever we can to help from the grassroots up. A lot of us like to see the end result. When we get there, we rejoice, but some of us are not a part of the process to get there. So I'm asking, all who are listening, Dervan, to my voice, to see how they can get on board. And again, just call me or send me a WhatsApp message, and I will send you the information necessary to register for this program. Because we need to get it going. We need to support this Dervan. We have never supported anything else in Jamaica. Support, this Road Safety 5K, because all of us can be negatively affected by what is happening on our roadways. I'm not talking about just the death. I'm talking about the injuries and the lives that are changed. People that are left mourning, when they look at a picture of their loved one that have died in a motor vehicle crash. Let me give you an example. There's this lady whose husband was seated in his car because there was a traffic buildup there, man. Right in Jamaica. Yes. And a vehicle decided that he's going to go out there and fly past everybody in the lane where the traffic was literally not going anywhere. Then he saw a vehicle come in the opposite direction. And instead of stopping and letting the vehicle pass, he swings to the left there, and killed the driver, the lady's husband, right in the seat around the steering wheel, not moving. Killed the man right on the spot, and the granddaughter that was in the back of the vehicle, the grandchild, remember from Barcode, that was in the back of the car, was just saying, Grandpa, nothing from Grandpa. Just imagine the trauma of that child. To know that we are seated in this vehicle and somebody has come and killed Grandpa like that. No, this is, when I'm talking about this, I'm getting teary-eyed. This is just, these are the things that we need to stop. These are the things that is creating a lot of pain and distress, Dervan, and messing up people's lives. This is what this Road Safety 5K is about. It's to shift the focus, not just from the people who have died, the 425 last year, but to show that those 425 people are connected to people who are still alive, are related to people, and not just one person, several persons that are negatively affected by what happened to those who have gone on before us. Not mention those people who are paralyzed from neck down, waist down, who used to be, very, very active people, breadwinner, productive citizens in Jamaica, suddenly become dependent citizens. And therefore, it creates another level of hardship. We must come on board for this Road Safety 5K. Nothing else. All the other 5Ks that, yes, they raise funds for people, but all of us stand at the possibility of being paralyzed, maimed, killed on our roadway. And therefore, everything we can do to help to reduce the level of crashes and injuries and death on our roadway must be done. Give to this cause. I'm begging. Sound like I'm beseeching as well. Deeply begging for people to come on board on the 17th, Saturday 17th of August. That's Saturday coming. Start at 6 p.m. and then we'll have a candlelight ceremony in remembrance of road crash victims, whether they have died, whether they have injured, whatever, and we will have a short ceremony, praying for the families to cope, praying for those who are injured that they recover, and such like. And then we'll have some stories from people who are suffering still because of road crashes. Jamaica needs to come on board, and I'm hoping even those in diaspora will listen to my plea and give to this cause. Just the number again, 876-770-8586. That is 876-770-8586. And do whatever you can. Make a small contribution. Because we say in Jamaica, one, cocoa, full basket. And therefore we can do it. We can make a difference. Down the road. It's
Yes.
we might say, well, God, I send my seed ahead, so that I can benefit from the expansion of surgery and golden rehabilitation. Or see a Jamaican participating at the Olympics because of what was done for Mona High School.
Hold a moment there, please. Just a couple more sentences, and then we move on to the next segment of the Jamaican Diaspora live online. One moment, please.
You're listening to Pearl 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 8:46 in the evening in Beijing, China.
How much do you know about spices and the impact they have on your everyday life? Join us every first and third Thursday during Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie at 6:18 a.m. for Spice of Jamaica. We'll give you tips, tidbits, and interviews about the revitalization and sustainability of the Jamaican spices, including ginger, turmeric, and pimento. That's Spice of Jamaica every first and third Thursday at 6:18 a.m. during Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie, right here on Power 106 FM. Spice of Jamaica is brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture Food for Progress Jamaica Spices Project.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go,
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're continuing the build up to the Grinnell's Driving School Road Safety 5K, which is coming up next weekend on next weekend. And Mr. Grinnell has been really pouring out his heart in reference to what some of the things that have happened and are happening and the impact on so many of us here in Jamaica. I was just thinking in terms of the involvement of members of the diaspora in getting a better understanding of the conditions on our roads and the the significance of some of these crashes and collisions, etc. And my mind went back to the technology which is now available in terms of being able to still work out, for example, in terms of running that 5K without being in Jamaica, but running it from in the diaspora. So I'm not sure if that it would be good, because then you can connect literally and figuratively with so many more people at home and abroad.
I'm glad you mentioned it, Dervan, and I sorry we didn't engage you in terms of picking your brains, because this is just the icing on the cake. But this is an annual event, so even though we didn't get to do it this year, I don't know if it's too late, I will have to talk to the persons who are helping me to plan this event, like Alan Beckford, and see how feasible it is for this year. But it looked very, very unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened, we having one next year. So we can see how best we can incorporate that suggestion, Dervan, because I think it's really, really wonderful to see people getting involved, even that we're separated by distance.
Mm-hmm.
But we were able to make a difference, where we are, running and participating in this, race. So we could line up the same time and get it going. So it's something to consider and look into. And even if there's anybody online right now, Dervan, who knows how to incorporate this, they can touch base with you or still WhatsApp me the number I gave you or email at Grenell Alfonso. Alfonso is spelled Grenell, Grenell. Alfonso is ALPHONSO @gmail.com. And send a suggestion. Because it's not about Grenell's Driving School, even though we're initiating this. This is about Jamaica. This is about helping our fellow citizens. This is about expanding the service that one of our institutions that have existed for 70 years, can offer to more Jamaicans. Because we're having more crashes, we're having more deaths, and therefore we're having more injuries. Also, we have our young people who, could do better if the equipment, were there, to help them to train better. Speaking of Mona High School, so, this event, even though we're spearheaded it, a lot of other persons are welcome to be a part of this. I welcome persons who want to help to plan it going forward next year. Even any suggestion, no, I will welcome it. Because it's not about, being big up or getting any praise from anybody. It's about service. I remember the scripture that said Jesus Christ said, I didn't come, to be served, but to serve. And my philosophy is that I need to give service, and that's what I want to do, for the rest of the years or days or months or whatever I have left on this earth. So the long shot of it, if anybody wants to come, a matter of fact, I was just thinking if there's anybody who might have had negative experience from a crash and they would like to share it on the day, they can still dial me at this or WhatsApp me at 770-8586. And we know the area code before that is 876. And let me know that, because the thing is to get the story of the persons who have suffered from motor vehicle crashes. So that it will jolt the hearts of all of us and realize that this thing is not easy to deal with. I have my own story, so I know what it's like. So I'm appealing and I'm asking, I'm beseeching persons who want to get involved, in terms of giving ideas, supporting this, because we're not just, yes, we need some funds, but it's more than just funds. It's about getting people involved so that we can see a reduction in the number of crashes, hence the number of injuries and deaths on our roads every year.
Mm.
A little bit of good news, Dervan.
What's
We
that?
had, at this same time last year,
Mm-hmm.
We had 20 plus more deaths. So we have reduced the number of fatalities so far by over 20 persons. We do the multiplying effect. You realize that a lot of other people, would be affected. So we're great for that. As a matter of fact, I will have another Crash Known More 2024 at the Pegasus on the 2nd of October, where we're aiming to educate again drivers, because the problem is with our drivers, 85 to 90% of crashes is due fully to the driver not being trained, don't know the ropes, don't know the basics, don't know the rules of the road, and therefore they shouldn't be on the road, but they're there. And we want to educate them. We want to use that opportunity. So if anybody listening want our drivers or they themselves want to be a part of this workshop on the 2nd of October at the Jamaica Pegasus, they can also WhatsApp the number that I mentioned or email me at the email address Grenell Alfonso @gmail.com. because we want to bring about the change. I don't see people just, give a doctor, take a scope on the rest of it and say, go be a doctor and be a good doctor too. No, I don't have. We train them, but we can give people keys and say drive and be a good driver, be a safe driver. They have never been taught how to drive safely, and that's where the challenge really is. We have to train people if we want to see the different results. You're not just a reader, broadcaster, or communicator by accident. You have to go through the room to do your training. You're speaking all other languages. That never just, you didn't go to bed one morning and wake up speaking, Chinese and speaking Spanish. No. You have to study that. In the same way, if we want people to be safe drivers, we need to ensure that they are trained from whatever they drive for companies, private sector, whoever. We need that training to impact the driver that he can drive safely and defensively.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. That in and of itself is another lesson for today.
Thank you, Dervan. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to those not just in Jamaica but those abroad.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and the idea is, well,
institution that has been around for 70 years, and from Mona High School, I'm not certain exactly the number of years that they provided, great service to our community and to the children of Jamaica. And I hope as soon as I get out of the phone, my WhatsApp page number will be, have so many messages about this event. I know people want to get involved, because it's us that are going to make the big impact.
And
it's not one person. That one doesn't matter, but the more the better.
And spare a thought
thank you for the time.
Spare a thought for that family. I'm sure you've been following family that straddling both Jamaica and the diaspora were involved in a crash. I think it's about 9 family members.
Oh, yeah, 9. Yes, I heard about it. Mm-hmm. Indeed. When it overturned, I think it went into some water. It was submerged. That's the crash you're talking about? Where there's a policeman whose son went abroad as well?
Yes.
Was it that, Dervan?
Yes.
I think this is the thing. When it comes to motor vehicle crash, it doesn't respect anybody. Never Bell brother went to, I think, Mexico for the World Cup. Never came back. That's how he died. I think there's a great cricketer that was hanging out with Daphne Sobers, and they crashed and that person died. A lot of lives have been changed. Remember the guy who acted Paul somebody, I don't remember his name now, that participated, and he was one of the main actors in Fast and Furious. He was going to a function, he crashed, he died. Motor vehicle crash have taken a lot of lives, and it's no respect to a person, and therefore we want everybody to help to bring down the numbers and the number of crashes, and of course, as a result, we'll see reduction in the number of injuries and death.
Mm-hmm. Well, so as we wrap, then give us a summary as we look forward to. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so the race will be on Saturday coming. That's the 17th, and it starts at 6 p.m. I know most of us know road races start in the morning. This one will be in the evening. And right after the race, about 5-10 minutes after the race, we'll have what we call candlelight ceremony in memory of persons who have been negatively affected by road crashes. We'll be having some crash victim stories where people who, from either the death of their loved ones or they themselves being injured and paralyzed, will speak to the importance of people take them time, people drive safe, so that their loved ones will not be impacted negatively from crashes. So that's on the 17th. Also, the race will be in Mona. We're keeping it in Mona because we want it to be safe. We're not going to cross any high volume of traffic road. And we'll have ample parking and security to watch the vehicles that are parked. So I just want everybody to come on board. The cost for just participating in the race is $2,500. If you want shirts, it will be $5,500, and that will have the logo Run, Walk, and Roll, Road Safety on the front of the shirts. Also, just to let persons know from this platform, Dervan, that because of the late registration that we're experiencing, we'll have to give the shirts because we won't have the size for everybody. So we plan to give the shirts to everybody 2 weeks later. So we'll just get the size of everything, get the logo on, and they can just pass back Grenells to pick up the logo, get the shirt, 2 weeks later. However, for the bibs, for those who register, they can pick them up on the Saturday between 8 and 4 p.m. because the race starts at 6 p.m. So, and the Friday evening from 4 to 6, they can pass through and pick up their bibs as well. So the bibs will be either chipping them so you can know the time you walk, run, or roll.
Okay.
And Dervan, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to share and to encourage participation in this Road Safety 5K.
Well, it's the least we can do. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
The number again, the WhatsApp number, or you can call me. The number is 876-770-8586. That's Alfonso Grenell's number.
Well done, Mr. Grenell. Thank you.
Most welcome.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Alfonso Grenell of Grenell's Driving School. Let's go to the break and come back.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
a minute past 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Well, it's now 2 minutes past 10 o'clock in the morning in Hamilton, Bermuda.
Give yourself the best with the zest of summer from FHC Credit Union. Save smart with our partner bank and earn extra cash from an extra hand from 24 to 48 weeks. And lock in up to 8.25% on fixed deposit. Borrow up to $500,000 with cash in a flash and get it in only 24 hours. Borrow big with our Easy Pay and Easy.
More roads a major concern? What about those drains that are in need of repair or cleaning? Who's responsible for repairing my road, and when will it be done? Join us this and every Tuesday morning at 8 during Morning Agenda as we travel on our roads with the National Works Agency and get answers to these and other concerns. You're welcome to visit their website at www.nwa.gov.jm. See the tender notices link for projects to be undertaken. You may also call them toll-free at 1-888-429-5NWA. That's 1-888-429-5692. Or follow them on Twitter at NWA_JA and Facebook at www.facebook.com/NWA Jamaica. The National Works Agency, developing safe, reliable, and quality roads. Join your favorite nighttime show, Dear Pastor, with Reverend Dr. Aaron Damas, Monday to Thursday from 9 to 11 p.m.
See if I can walk
Wherever
this
you
out a bit.
go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and in this segment, we're going to have with us one who has remained committed to the cause. She is Lorraine Jacqueline Smith, and we also have on board Peter Gracie. So we're good to go. Let's see. Hello, Lorraine Jacqueline Smith. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Dervan. I am doing wonderful. I'm great. Thank you.
Oh, that's good to know. And let's say hello to the man himself, Peter Gracie. How goes it? Hold on, let me make sure.
Good
Yes,
morning, Dervan. How you doing, sir? I'm great.
great. Wonderful. I'm fine, thanks. It's good to be in your company, albeit virtual. But we thank you very much for the work that you continue to do in Jamaica and the diaspora. So I have to ask, where in the world is Peter Gracie?
Right now, I'm in Montego Bay.
Aye.
Yes, I'm in Montego Bay. I have to wind down from yesterday and just, take it easy and, get prepared to get another work, More
What
work continues.
what happened yesterday?
Oh, my goodness. Something amazing happened yesterday, man.
Mhm.
Under the umbrella of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council for the Southern USA, we had teamed up with this is Jamaica, the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation, who the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation allowed us, well, I would say, connected with some of the most amazing partnership in Jamaica, Jamaica Fire Brigade, and also with Sunshine's Women Medical and ES Inc.
Sorry, just repeat,
And
please. We missed a
we
bit of that. We missed a couple of seconds of that. Just repeat what you just said, please.
we partnered up with Sunshine Women's Medical Center, ES Inc., and also with as I mentioned before, the Jamaica Fire Brigade,
Mm-hmm.
and so many other people just showed up out there in St. Elizabeth, out in Black River Fire Station, and we were able to issue over 1,000 backpacks to children out there to go back to school and do their medical checkups for free.
Wow.
And it was just an amazing, amazing, amazing day. It was so overwhelming and so satisfying at the same time. So so the effort and the drive we experienced
Mhm.
was just phenomenal, man. It just brought tears to so many people's eyes to see so many families, their children came out just to take advantage of what we had to offer out there.
Mhm. And are there particular individuals, institutions, organizations that you would like to single out or pay respect to or say thanks to?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I have to first say thanks to Lorraine J. Smith Foundation, who kind of spearheaded some of the partnership effort with the Jamaica Fire Brigade and the Sunshine's Women Medical Center with Lorraine J. Smith and EHAS Inc. They were ES brought a whole bus of volunteers. As a matter of fact, I rode with the volunteers from Kingston to St. Elizabeth.
Oh, that
And
must have been quite fun.
it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. I tell you what, man. anytime I come to Jamaica and we're able to get into a community as diaspora members of the diaspora and make a huge impact, it 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 actually reminds me of the reason why I'm the diaspora. It is so it's so it's just filled with substance, and it doesn't feel like work because it's something you just love to do. You know.
Yes.
So the organizations, as I said, the Lauren J. Smith Foundation, he has the Sunshine Women Medical Center, the Jamaica Fire Brigade. We had a few other medical organization came out there. We had the news media, all kind of news media out there, But those are the particular organizations that I must, take off my hat to and just say thanks.
Mhm. So give us an idea of the mechanics of how you're able to seamlessly, it seems on the face of it, seamlessly uh, ensure that all the plans that you have made and those that you were able to execute came off quite well.
Well, what we, I must give a big shout out and thanks to our This is Jamaica. I didn't remember This is Jamaica. It's my, but I must say thanks to This is Jamaica's Secretary Nadine Dixon, who she kept everything on balance as far as logistics to make sure everything was going well.
Mm-hmm.
And so while we had high level work, physical work going on, we had high level logistical efforts going on at the same time, and she kept it going along with the PR for the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation, Nicole Palmer. So we had a balance of of just people doing preparing physical work, and at the same time we had someone just keeping the communication going on a smooth level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything was pretty much kind of, it was very smooth. This was very smooth, and for to do something at this caliber and to work with these high level partners and to make this difference in the community, it took a village.
Mm-hmm.
And I must take my hats off to the people who did not show up, but was very instrumental in making this happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So what's the what are the priorities now going forward, considering what has been done so far?
Well, in relation to this particular event, we also took the opportunity yesterday, and I'm going to let Lorraine speak about that, to launch the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation at that event, who also adopted 3 of the firehouses, and so with that partnership and with This is Jamaica community program partnership that we just launched, we're going to be, we're considering making this an annual event, not only in Black River, but we may take it to other places. As long as we have the Jamaica Fire Brigade on board, we're open to different regions in Jamaica.
It's bound to be successful, because what I have found in just checking some historical material, that these back to school medical health uh, events have been going on for some time, but not on the magnitude that we're seeing and experiencing at this time. And that can only augur well. So it means that the more children in particular that we can get to and serve, the, the more the organization will be able to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Dervan, we had, the only thing to me that was kind of disheartening is that we had more people show up out there than we expected.
Wow.
And so it's a dress rehearsal for success.
Mm-hmm.
So next year we know exactly what to do.
Yes.
And how to approach this type of event as far as of the magnitude at which we saw folks coming out. The as far as the medical check situation, we had a room filled with people.
Hold on, tell us some more. We want to hear more right after this break, please.
Sure. You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 6:15 a.m. in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
This message is brought to you by the Jamaica Environment Trust.
Clean and naturally, we have to take responsibility. Deforestation, burning garbage, dust and noise creation is an unlawful violation. We have to practice conservation. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our limit. We have a issue, make a complaint. Let's work together to protect Jamaica. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our limit. We have to do it hard to keep the place clean and take care of our island safe.
We all have a right to a healthy and clean environment. Report any issues to the authorities if you feel your rights have been breached. Call the Jamaican Environment Trust for more information.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we are reflecting on how things have gone so far in the latest outreach efforts of This is Jamaica and their partners, of course, the Jamaican Diaspora, Southern United States, etc. And so here's an opportunity now to reflect. And already we're having discussions, obviously, Peter Gracie, on next year.
Yes, absolutely. And they say reward sweet and labor. We were a great thing happened yesterday with the fire department. They issued us awards yesterday, and This is Jamaica received an award from the Jamaica Fire Brigade for the poem This is Jamaica. And also I received an award as for Diaspora Leadership award from the Jamaica Fire Brigade.
Well, congratulations to you, all of you.
Thank you very much. And as Lorraine J. Smith, I don't want to touch too much on her topic because I know she has a lot to talk about. She also received an award. He has received an award. Nancy Fong from Sunshine received an award. And these things are what makes our effort worth the while. When you see that they show this gratitude, where we didn't have to, we're not expecting things, and they came out humbly and said thank you for what you're doing in this community. We appreciate you. And the fire brigade also received other items from EHAS, projectors, generators. From Lorraine J. Smith Foundation, they received printers, all kind of stuff. It was just it was just so an amazing effort, man. And I'm looking forward to next year. I'm really looking forward to this. This type of effort is what the diaspora organizations, not saying necessarily book back programs, but this is how we collaborate to make things happen and make it successful and create a huge impact in our communities in Jamaica.
Absolutely. So let's get in a word in the meantime from Lorraine J. Smith of the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation. What? Sorry, go ahead.
You can go ahead, Dervan, sorry.
Yes. No. I was just wanting to ask about your impression of what you have seen, heard, and experienced on location as far as the outreach efforts are concerned.
Wow. So in person, we were blown, I guess, by the magnitude of the folks that came out. Not just the desire of, what they folks were interested in getting, but also the love and just that warmth and that family energy that we received yesterday. I believe all of us walked away with just a lasting impression that we are Jamaican, and as Jamaicans, when we serve together, um, the more the merrier, but also for the people, it just showed that we were there to love them and just to be a part of their community, not just yesterday, but we have committed to be a part of their community going forward. And so, one of the most important things is I have my youngest daughter with me, who was not born in Jamaica. She was born in the U.S. And so, raised Jamaican, nevertheless. But she had an opportunity to kind of see from the ground level the needs of the people. She's also on the board of directors, and as well as my second daughter who served as well as the secretary and the treasurer. And what I heard both of them having this conversation last night, and these are individuals who one wasn't born in Jamaica and the other wasn't raised in Jamaica. But I could hear them already saying, we need to do a Christmas project. And that is outside of me as the president of the foundation. So the impression that we got on ground is a lasting and powerful and impactful, mark on our lives for every single one of us who serves today. What it shows us is that we must collaborate, and that the way we collaborate is the way to do it to become more effective, and that for the future we will be present. So a lot of times we want to do for Jamaica and Jamaicans, but we're not present. And so I believe I can speak on behalf of myself and my team, and I call it a team because now we're teamed. We're teamed up. This is Jamaica, Peter Gracie, Sunshine Medical Center, Nancy Bong Edwards, and Cornell Bunting from here. It's that we have created this magnificent and impactful and powerful team that will go forward and continue to touch the lives of our Jamaican brothers and sisters. Because we are Jamaica. As the poem said yesterday, this is Jamaica. I believe that poem should just be a part of our daily mantra in terms of Jamaicans, whether we are at home and abroad, because it just speaks that we have left Jamaica, but we did not leave Jamaica behind. We've carried Jamaica in our hearts and so we talked about the black and the green and the gold being a part of our full tomorrow, and that is the way we live. We are Jamaican to the board.
You better believe it. Are there particular uh, observances that you have made in terms of just getting a feel of the environment and the level of reception and general readiness to play a part in this initiative? Uh,
Absolutely, Dervan.
mhm,
Absolutely. What I experienced, and I think all of us as a team we can say is that the collaboration with the Jamaica Fire Brigade and one of the things is that the Rain Basement Foundation has adopted the entire Jamaica Fire Brigade. What it means is that all of the station will be touched by the foundation. Eventually, we have so far touched physically, touch, and when I say touch, I mean being involved and being present in the life of these three stations.
mhm,
And Kingston, which is the headquarters, Montego Bay, which is Montego Bay, Barney Street location is the largest firehouse in the Caribbean, and then we have touched Black River. So what I have observed is that this particular partnership with the fire brigade throughout Jamaica is important, not just because they are the first responders, but they are a significant part of every community across the island. And so it's the importance of us touching the fire brigade and being there for them will actually help them to be able to execute and continue to be effective in their role as first responders, but also to as the community base. Um, as you heard, a generator was donated to Black River, and the notion for that is when you equip the organization within the community, you're basically equipping the community to be not just prepared, but you're equipping them to be better than they were before we came. And so this experience, observation that we are seeing is that yes, we made the right decision when we started this project as a foundation and as a team. And so the other observation is that the needs are great. And
Sorry,
this is
before you go on to
an
the needs
excellent.
are great, please stick a pin with respect to the needs are great. Great. But when I hear that a generator has been gifted to the is it the fire brigade?
Yes, sir. Yes, everyone has a story. Inc. Um, they donated a generator and a projector, and the Rangers Foundation donated a printer.
And this
So
is
the Blackbird.
Mhm. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. It's just the how things have panned out because, of course, Black River at Waterloo, the house called Waterloo, was the first place in Jamaica to have electricity. And some
Wow.
years ago, it was reported in the Gleaner that the the then old generator would be put on show at in UTech at the University of Technology. So when I hear now when you talk about the generate, it just caused everything to just start clicking and and getting into place, so to speak. But it really is a priceless story and an important part of our history here in Jamaica. Sorry, I won't say anything else because we need to hear from.
So true, Dervan.
Yes,
Please add because when we started, people here and you can agree with me. Um, because when you see things play out in the natural, a lot of times you have a heart desire and your heart desire is so big. But when you see play in the natural and you can connect the dots, as you're saying, you realize that big project is beyond us. I do believe in destiny.
Mhm.
Even for my own life and the life of my children and those who are connected to me. I truly believe in destiny, and I truly believe that when each of us started our foundation or our organization, we had a heart to commit, but we did not know how much we would have been kind of knitted together to be a part of that history that you just mentioned. And so that makes it even more significant to us that we were placed and we were called to be in Black River at this particular time in history. And so, what it is saying to me when we talk about observation is that you must answer the call.
Mhm.
There's a calling on every one of our lives.
True.
We weren't just created to just enjoy life and take up the space and breathe the air and enjoy the food. We were created to also receive all of those things, but be able to give back and to give back in an abundant way and specific way. And so when you answer the call, it is so important because it becomes now not just a part of history, but is a part of your destiny
Yes.
and what is already placed on your life.
Yes, indeed. Hold it right there. 8:31 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, and featuring at this time Lorraine J. Smith of the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation, and also learning of the other members of the team and the remarkable efforts they've been engaged in so far. Let's just clear the commercial or time signal and come back in just a moment.
Help us protect Jamaica's borders. Tell us about any illegal guns coming through customs controlled areas. Call Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
8:32 on Power 106.
join us every Sunday for Indian Talent on Parade with Dr. Winston Dolan from 5 to 6 p.m. Listen and learn all you need to know about the Indian community, culture, and music. That's Indian Talent on Parade with Dr. Winston Dolan, 5 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, right here on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go,
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're really delighted to be featuring the Lorraine J. Smith Foundation and the other members of the team who have been engaged in remarkable service to their fellow citizens. And so let's pick up where we left off. Lorraine J. Smith, still with us?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Great, thank you very much. And an opportunity to pick up from where you left off.
Wonderful. So, one of the things that we all observe is just this commitment from our firefighters. And I can speak from our Kingston headquarters. I just want to say thank you to Commissioner Stuart Beckford and to, his team in Kingston and Agnes Park Road, that's the headquarters. I also want to say thank you to Montego Bay, a fire station there that is under the office of Acting Assistant Commissioner Area 4, Mr. Conroy Gunn, and his team as well. I was escorted to St. Elizabeth from Montego Bay to St. Elizabeth by four wonderful firefighters that, assisted me along the way to get there. They came to the airport. They helped me with the many pieces of luggage that I had coming in that were too many to be packed in our car. And they assisted me in just getting around and getting to the location. I also want to say thank you to the Black River fire station under the hospital superintendent Needham. He was on every single meeting that we had. So we had this organized over just a few weeks. Once the hurricane hit, this was put into motion, and Superintendent Needham just came through and put everything together. We had the total grounds of the Black River Fire Station was totally organized. And so when we drove in yesterday morning, it was already prepared. I just want to say thank you. I want to also say thank you to the chaplain office of the fire brigade. There are three members. We have district officers, Joseph Thomas, and we also have Corporal Williams, and the head of the department is Superintendent Swady. In his absence is two other team members who are they're the only three members of the chaplain office, and they serve the entire Jamaica. And so I just want to say thank you to them for their dedication and their commitment and the warmth and the love that they showed to us. As I go back to the call, answering the call as Jamaicans who are outside of Jamaica or even in Jamaica, answering the call is important. One of the things why the Lorraine Smith Foundation adopted the fire brigade, the entire fire brigade, is because I recognize the importance of our first responders. And so when we recognize the importance of those who serve us, it is also more important for us to turn around and serve them so they can continue to serve effectively and to be served themselves. And so we adopted the fire brigade because the resources that we have, we want to kind of place them in these regions within these fire brigade stations so that they can turn around and not only become more effective in responding, whether it's a daily situation, when there's an accident, they're the first on the scene, but we do know when there's a disaster, they are the ones who will go out there and be more active and present in every single community. So I believe that when we're called to serve, we want to be able to serve and serve effectively. One of the other things is that the foundation will also provide emotional wellness to these firefighters who they are faced with going out, the trauma. We want to make sure that they're emotionally okay, they're emotionally equipped, and that they can always return to work the next day, even after they have been through so many different situations. So we're also providing that emotional support as well.
It sounds like a full-time job. It's a lot of work.
It is, Dervan, but because of the event yesterday, I can now say that there is a more enlarged interest in folks, and not just Jamaicans, of Americans who wish to join with me in this foundation, in the Lorraine Smith Foundation, to come with us and to be a part of the giving back to Jamaica. My children are very much connected to their communities back home, to all their friends and families and loved ones are saying, how can we be a part of this project that you're doing in Jamaica? A lot of times they travel to Jamaica as a tourist, but they now don't only want to be a tourist, they want to be a part of the ventures that we have in coming here to give back. So we do welcome that. And so, as you said, it is a part-time. It is a full-time job, but because the hands are many,
the work gets lighter.
make the work lighter. Absolutely. And so we have the many hands even on our logo, the hands are there. We do believe in hands-on art. It has to be a hands-on art way in approach in the way you serve. So the work is there's a lot to do, but I do believe that we have the many hands to do it.
Yes. And Peter, Gracie, if you could just come back in for a moment in terms of your concurrence with what we have heard and experienced so far.
Yeah, I wanna just to pick up, not to make sure that we didn't forget anyone. The mayor showed up, and he was excited to be there. He had the opportunity to give a speech, and his worshipful pretty much was blown away by what he saw, because something that we put together it only took like a month, if that much, and we came together and it was so impactful, where it pulled out people in the community that was waiting or was wanting assistance. They were hoping that some assistance would come to ease some of the pressure, to make their jobs a little bit easier, to make everyone's jobs a little bit easier. And we showed up, and they came out to say thank you. We had so many volunteers, especially with EHAS Inc. They bought that bus filled with volunteers. And I just want to take my hats off to each and every one of those volunteers, even the bus driver. And because, as you know, EHAS means everyone has a story. And the stories that were created yesterday just goes to show that the collaboration that we have with these individual organizations made sense. We now seem like we're a family as far as the group that came together. And I must say that everyone were excited just to be a part of this initiative, and already looking forward to see how going forward we can serve even more. We have the doctors that came out with Sunshine Women's Medical Center. They worked nonstop. They didn't even take a break to get some water or anything to eat. They started and they were doing those medical checkups, and it was a room filled with people. The rain cooperated, because when the last person got their medical checkup, the rain came.
Wow.
And so we were able to serve as many people as possible. And the fun thing about it, everyone had something good to say. Normally you go somewhere and some people complain about certain things. Yes, there's certain things like forming the line and people waiting to get, not waiting, but how the distribution goes on, and you may hear about those little things. But at the end of the day, everyone was satisfied, and every last person in that community, in the Black River community, they were so polite. There was no fuss. There was nothing negative going on. Just to show you how Jamaican people are so loving, man. We are really good thing. We'll go on more time, but the community showed their appreciation yesterday. Every last person came out there, and I must say, they love This Is Jamaica, man. I'm not saying it because it's something that I created or whatever. I'm saying it because it's the truth.
Yeah, we can identify with it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, and the fire brigade, every time they started a speech, the MC would shout, "This is Jamaica, this is Jamaica," and you stop to wonder, where did they get this? How did they come up with this? But just to show you how in tune they were. I don't think the partnership with the Jamaica Fire Brigade that Lorraine J. Smith recommended as the partner of choice at this time was a mistake. It was one of the best decisions that we've made, and going forward, I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and we're just going to keep going.
Yes, indeed. You can just imagine the how much more will be possible going forward because of this united effort.
Yes.
That certainly gives us hope. Sorry, go ahead.
Even heard one firefighter came over and he said, "Wait till the Prime Minister hear about this." I'm like, "Really, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah, but this is big." Because not only that we gave out some generator and printers and all that, but you got kids that were getting tablets, you know, and stuff like that, you know. So there were many other things going on, you know. At the same time, I wish though we had a little bit more refreshment, you know, because the crowd, they were just coming, and it was kind of hot, you know. It was really hot out there. So we came, you know, we saw, we conquered, you know, and you know, it's very rewarding, very fulfilling, and again, hats off to the doctors that were there, that they worked nonstop to serve these families in the community.
Yes, indeed. And anything else you'd like to add, Lorraine J. Smith?
Yes, thank you, Dervan. Yes. So as the foundation, education is an important part of our mission. You know, increasing just the opportunity for all of our children to be educated at a higher level. And so, with this initiative, we gave out 6 tablets yesterday, 2 to each fire station, Black River, Montego Bay, and to Kingston. And these were to a girl and a boy who have scored the highest on their PET exam. And so this will be another initiative that is created as part of our resources to be able to donate tablets, you know, in a significant way. We want to encourage our children to achieve, to soar high, you know, and we also want to change. One of the things I mentioned yesterday, it's not where you start, but it's where you want to be. And so, even in the worst of situation, we want to say for our children, continue to have a hope, continue to have a dream, and continue to think big, because we're here to support you. And so, this commitment is being made that we're going to do this as an annual event. But as I can say, I can hear the board saying they want to do something in Christmas. So this is already started. It's now August, and they started the plan for doing something in Christmas. So we will be back. We're here. We're launched to Jamaica and to the world, and so we're here to stay, and we're here to make a significant mark on the lives of our children, our people, and our community in Jamaica.
Yes. Very well said. And we certainly want to put on record our sincere gratitude for all that has been done so far from the various organizations, institutions, individuals. We really appreciate the tremendous work that you've all been doing, and we trust that you will be blessed with the strength to do even more going forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dervan.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Malcolm.
Yeah.
And as usual, Let me quickly say, I just wanna say to the entire staff of this Jamaica that I love them very much. You know, and they just make these efforts just easier and easier and easier every day. And to you, Dervan Malcolm, who's always been there to listen to us as you know, with the Jamaican Diaspora Online. It's this program is just a blessing to get our voices out. And I want to say thank you to the people in the back, the Nadine Dixon, the Shelley Ann Lewis, the Nicole Palmer, all these people who were just there to just support us while we kind of make these efforts on the ground possible. And Nancy Fong, EHAS, and other folks from the volunteers, the firefighters, the Fire Brigade Area 4, and the Montego Bay and Manchester, St. James, who came out there. And finally, I just want to say one big up to Lorraine J. Smith Foundation. It's been a journey, and we've been talking these things into existence, and everything is just working smooth. It's just coming to. We're going to have a hiccup one day, you know, that's fine, but a dress rehearsal for success. And but I just want to take my hats off to Lorraine J. Smith and say thank you for, you know, allowing us to work together on this initiative to create something successful.
Yes, yes, indeed. We join you in that. And right away, oh, this is a message from Barbara Hart saying, "Blessed Saturday morning, Sir Dervan, you and the team. Blessings also to our Jamaican diaspora right across the globe who have done so much for Jamaica. Great program, Sir D," says Barbara Hart. And we concur. Thank you very much, team. And we want to trust that, as we have been saying, that things can only get better in terms of the support that has been coming in. And we look forward to many more initiatives across Jamaica, land we love, and extending into the diaspora. And so we want to thank you very much for getting up this early to listen to us and to participate in conversations, discussions. And we want to thank you for your service, which we know will continue for some time to come. Well done in terms of the providing the supplies as well, the back to school supplies for our children. We appreciate your support in that regard. And those who had to have medical checks and related matters, counseling, etc., we are grateful for those opportunities as well. In the meantime, we trust that you will continue to have a great weekend and that you will carry on the work that has started and has been going for a little while now. But we appreciate every single one of you. We thank you and trust that all will continue to go well. And all the blessings to you and yours. And again, once again, I don't know if they're still on the line, but we thank them. We thank Peter Gracie. I think I hear a sound there. We thank.
Oh, you're fine. So welcome, Dervan. You know, I appreciate the kindness, the show of kindness.
Yes, and we should remind our listeners that straight off the bat, you wear a couple of hats, which is the southern USA diaspora, and of course this is Jamaica itself, which which they would say take off like Beijing kite.
To boss me like a big
Boswell,
Benji.
yes. Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much.
Watch Lorraine J Switch Foundation too, you know, because boss me.
Sorry, Lorraine, you were saying something? Sorry about that.
Yes, thank you very much for having us. Thank
Yeah.
you for always being so open and welcoming to having us, on this show. Um, and I pray that God will continue to bless you and your family.
Many happy returns. Thank you so much. And so for me, I mean, you're the ones when all is said and done. You're the ones doing the heavy lifting. We just feel humbled and honored to get a peek into your work and your service, which continues to be stellar. Well done, and thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure, and we look forward, as we said, in playing our part going forward. So then, can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. And all things being well, the Jamaican Diaspora will return. Well, oh, I think there might be a break. Hold on, I need to double check. For there is an insistence that I need to take a break. That's what I've been encouraged to do. Never mind how often I say I'm fine and I'm thankful and all of that and doing what. So let's see how that pans out next Saturday. We're looking forward one way or another. So thank you once again, everybody, for your continuing support for this program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. And all things being well, we look forward to continuing to play our part in as our national anthem, as our national pledge says, in playing our part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. And it is just so heartwarming to see and to feel the energy of the members of the diaspora at home and abroad. So we want to say a very special thank you. We can't thank you enough. We are grateful for the speed with which you respond to our needs and our concerns and our issues, and trust that level of performance will continue going forward. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Celise will go out with a bit of music.
Earn extra cash from an extra hand from 24 to 48 weeks.
And lock in up to 8.25% on fixed deposits.
Or up to $500,000